What if you could make your first $1,000 with AI in the next 4 weeks? And not by repurposing some random AI content and or by investing in another crazy tool that promises riches, but by following simple 4-step blueprint that will get you there. Now, personally, I'm using this blueprint every single day in my business, and I've generated over $50,000 with AI alone, probably much more. And I also follow the same blueprint to make multiple six figures online with just my Facebook profile. So by the end of this video, I'll walk you through the 4 steps, how you can apply them, and how you can make $1,000, maybe even more, with AI in the next 4 weeks. Now, before I show you some real examples, I want to walk you through, like, when you really think about it, what does business need to generate money? Now, there are always exceptions. You can always be like, well, you don't need this or that. But overall, most businesses need a couple of things. They need leads, ideally quality leads, that are interested in what this person has to offer online. So if I'm, let's say, pitching YouTube, ideally, I have a list of leads who are interested in growing their YouTube channel if I'm gonna sell my YouTube services, for example, right? This makes the thing easier. Now, the next thing that a lot of businesses need are customers. So leads are awesome, but if they don't pay, it's not gonna matter as much. So what a lot of businesses also need are customers, so people who pay, usually lowish tickets, so up to 100, maybe a couple of hundred of bucks, and they become customers. So that means that they're more serious and they're paying you money to solve certain problem that they have, right? And one of the reasons why this is more important is because people usually who are ready to invest to solve their problems are the ones that will invest more money with you over the long run. So I had people who would invest back in the day into my programs. They would love them, and guess what? They would buy more of the other stuff. So that's how I, with like really small following, if you go to my Facebook, I have maybe, I don't even have 6,000 followers, and I've been doing this for like 6 years. And yet I've generated multiple six figures with such a small following. This is because I know that once someone becomes a buyer, they buy again and again and again, assuming they had a good experience with you, of course. Now, when we have these two things, so we have something to generate leads, and we'll talk more about it in this video. We have something to generate customers, right? Now, what do we need? Well, we actually need a way to generate them. There is a longer way, which I am doing, which is like with content creation, right? There is a faster way I've been using recently that directly gets me leads and customers, and I'm going to share that as well. And then finally, getting customers. I've seen businesses making a lot of money with just customers, with just like lowish ticket, like up to 100 to 300 bucks. But again, exceptions to the rule. Most people in our space online make the majority of their money once these customers or leads become clients, meaning they invest usually higher ticket, $1,000, couple of thousands of bucks, maybe even five and multiple five figures to work closely with you. So you can get 20 customers who paid you just 20 bucks and you made 400 bucks. But if one of those customers is, oh, this is really useful, I want more help, and then they pay you 5,000 bucks, it's a much better deal. This is how I'm making money with AI, and I want to walk you through, I want to give you some examples of how this actually looks. Now, you can do this all over social media, like on LinkedIn, on Instagram. I prefer Facebook, right? So I'm going to walk you through my example on Facebook. By the way, depending on when you're watching this, I'm running $1,000 with AI in October sprint, where I'll walk a couple of marketers through how they can make their first $1,000 with AI. So if you're interested, I created a really short doc and a short video walkthrough on how this works. So you can check it below in the description and in the pinned comment. All right, so I want to walk you through the screen on how this actually looks and works. So we're gonna start with what I told you. Like, one of the first things that we need is a lead magnet. Now, when I said with AI, so I followed this exact process before, but I didn't have AI. AI has made this so much simpler. So first thing we need is something really simple. You can see this is like pathetic landing page. This was made the first time I tried AI for coding, but you can see it's really simple. It's like a headline, sub-headline, form, and a button. That's it. And this bloody thing converted, I think, 58%, meaning for 100 people that saw it, 58 gave me their name and email address, right? So it converted really well. Just to give you an idea, these things usually convert 10, 20 to 30%. So this is pretty decent, like 60%. Now, this is just simple example of a lead magnet that you can build with AI. Probably in under an hour. I call them AI lead agents. This is where your lead magnet, where the thing you're offering is solving something for your ideal avatar with AI. So in this case, I took 100 viral hooks, right? And I taught AI on the patterns of how these hooks work. So I built it in a way that you just insert your ideal avatar, outcome, and the niche, and you can ask the AI, and it will split viral hooks based on this template. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty effortless, and a lot of lead magnets are going towards that way because of AI. And I built that in probably 30, 45 minutes because I already had list of templates, hooks. If you need to gather it, it might take a bit more time. But anyways, you can do this in a couple of hours. You can have really high quality AI-based lead magnet that will bring you quality leads. And this is the first thing we spoke about in the beginning, which is a lot of businesses need quality leads to later sell them things too, right? And as far as like you can host it anywhere. I think there are even free funnel builders, and you can build this with AI. You can literally tell it to, hey, code me a landing page. This is the headline. This is the sub headline and the button. And that's it. Like you can put this page together in 20 minutes, probably less now. So really easy. Now, the next thing we spoke about is having your own, usually low ticket offer that will generate you a buyer and or a customer, right? So I will give you two examples. If you don't want to play with funnel builders, you can avoid them, right? I do recommend them. It's much better, but you can still do it without. So I'm going to show you example of without. This is simply using Google Docs, right? And this is using funnel builder, right? By the way, for the same thing, but it doesn't matter. So for example, this is my 1DM enroll system. Actually, it's one of the things I spoke about for generating leads. And I packaged it in this doc, right? Like simple headline, sub headline. There is a video. If they click here, they can watch it. There is some social proof, like with people saying, yes, share the thing with me. Copy, right? Like basically you tell them what it is, how it works, and how it can help them. I mean, obviously this is simplified, but this is how it works. But point is, you can put it in a simple doc. I put the system here, explain, share some results. And again, it's usually low ticket. So this is just $27 and they get my full system. So to give you an idea, they get my full workshop, which is separately sold at $45. They get my 1DM enroll AI, which is basically I taught AI how to take proven templates and messages and build DMs that get response from your ideal avatar, right? So it's pretty valuable, right? Then they get the template vault. If they want to do it themselves, they get proven like different templates for different people. And they get a lead tracker where they can keep track of leads. So they get everything for $27. Really cool deal, right? And again, you can put this in a simple doc and people are buying. I've sold, I think, anything from like lowest ticket, $7 to, I don't know what's the highest amount I sold with a doc, but I think at least a couple of hundred, if not $1,000 with a simple doc, right? So you can use doc, or again, you can use AI to code you a page, which I used AI to code me a page. Actually, I'll show you, because this is the same thing, I'll show you for a different one. Yeah, so this is a different one. This was all made in AI. I don't know how to code, I don't know how to build this, but I vibe coded it. So I chat with free AI tools and I build this. So this is for my black book, Marketing Intelligence Black Book, $5, really simple. They click, they pay me, they become a customer, right? So again, you can choose whether you want to do it with doc, whether you want to do it with like a sales page, or I often use both, right? So now we generated leads, right? This is the first part. Then we can generate customers. Now, again, the way I generate customers, I mix content. Actually, let me show you this. So I work on Facebook. This is basically the entire ecosystem. Don't get overwhelmed, you don't need all of these things, but basically I have traffic sources, get people to my Facebook profile, and then this is what we spoke about. I generate leads and sales with these two. And the way I do it is with Messenger, so following this thing that I showed you here, my 1DM enroll system, and my content, right? So I create content on Facebook, posts, stories, etc. And this is also how I generate leads. So if you don't have a huge following, you can follow like what I call the 1DM enroll system. So you can message people directly and ask them, and or you can do content. I do recommend using both. Some people will argue this is better, this is better. Both are really good, right? So I use both. And point is, but if you do want to get results in the 4 weeks, I do recommend DM approach more or at least having it, because it will get you faster results. Because on average, for 10 messages that I sent, I get 5 leads. And if one converts, I already got myself a customer, right? And finally, once you have the approach that generates traffic to your, what we spoke, lead magnet here, and to your low ticket offer, you will start getting leads, you will start getting customers, and you can do this in 2 to 3 weeks. And you can have dozens, if not hundreds of leads. You can get up to like 5, 10, maybe 20 customers. Really depends on like your effort, what you sell, all this other stuff. So I cannot exactly tell you the numbers. But guess what happens once you have a list of leads and a list of customers that you solved problem to? Percentage of them, not all, but percentage of them will need and or want more of your help about the thing that they're solving. So I'll give you an example. Let's say I build a lead magnet that generates viral hooks for YouTube videos, and I'm selling YouTube as a service, like done for you editing and whatever. And I get my ideal avatar, and now let's say 100 people requested it, opted it in, and now I know they're working with YouTube, they are already on my email list, they're interested in this. And let's say you have 50 of those. If I ask them like, hey, by the way, I'm helping people with the description and the editing and coming up with ideas, all of this for $1,000, do you want to do it? All 50 will not say yes, but if you get 1 to 2 people, that's $2,000, not even $1,000. But let's say just one person out of everyone that opted in says, yeah, I would like that, I'm busy, I don't have time, or I don't have knowledge to do this. Yes, please do it for me, right? And this is where you bring them to your high ticket offer, right? So in my case, this is usually mentorship, where I work together with someone and they're like, okay, I see you demonstrated that you know your stuff, I need help with this, can you help me? Yes. We sign up, we work together, and I closed thousands and thousands of dollars, all paid in full without objections. Now, it doesn't always happen, but it does happen, right? So if I wanted to try to make my first $1,000 with AI, this is what I would do. I would use AI to build free lead magnets and low ticket offers. Then I would drive traffic to those, get as many leads and as many customers as possible, and then simply try to ascend a few of them into my next tier offer. And this is how you can make $1,000 probably in the next 4-ish weeks. Now, to someone who has pre-existing skills, maybe audience, maybe you can do it in 10 days. If you have nothing, maybe it will take you 2 months, but still, I think it's very well worth a try. Now, as mentioned, I am running, I don't know when you're watching this, so I'm running 4-week sprint on how to make your first $1,000 with AI. So if you're curious and interested in getting my help through that, you can check the link below in the description and or the first comment. So hope to see you inside.